have a girlfriend or whatever. So I felt left out and started looking for a girlfriend. And um, I had a few girlfriends, but they all either felt bad for me and just wanted to be my girlfriend to make people think they're nice, or they just said I was their boyfriend and just went with someone else, whatever. So then I went into high school, and during all these years of school, I was still having surgeries. I was missing, like, the most school I missed was probably like 4 or 5 months, and then I'd have to have a tutor and get back up to it and everything. And high school was alright, and then I just got mistreated the same way, and I just kept telling myself it's normal. Don't let it bother you. Just get over it. But after so many years of people calling you names and saying you're stupid and you won't amount to anything in your life, it drills into your head eventually. So I got tired of being in East Bridgewater High School, and I transferred over to a private school in West Bridgewater at my church I was attending then. And it was alright, and until I realized how much harder it was than a public school. The teachers wouldn't help me with the work because most of the kids there went from kindergarten, so they're all used to it. And they just told me just do it myself, and if I don't get it, then I'm not going to get it. So I repeated 11th grade 3 times there because it was so hard. I didn't understand it. And I would ask for tutors. I would ask for any help, but the teachers just said that I should be getting it by now. So I got tired of it, and I said I'm not going to keep repeating the same grade over and over again. So I dropped out of school and went to the community college and took GED courses, and then I took my GED test and I passed. And still having more surgeries, and eventually it started to almost, like, I don't know what the word is, but like it would scar my memory basically, because I would sit there in class and I'd have a flashback of some surgery that I woke up in the middle of, or sometime I just woke up choking on the tube that they put on my throat, or when I had the anesthesia, it didn't agree with me, and I wouldn't fall asleep right away, and everything would just start spinning around, and people's voices would be like muffled, and they'd be disfigured, so it would scare me to death. And I just got tired of it, but I knew I needed it. My parents kept saying that it's better for me. And before I went to the private school, when I was like 8 years old, I guess, and my dad told me about Jesus Christ and how he died on the cross, and told the whole story to me. And I accepted Christ as my Savior, and I pretty much just lived the basic Christian boy attitude, and went to church and read my Bible and told people about Christ and everything like that. And I would do reports on the Bible and everything, and it'd be all in a public school, and people, of course, they didn't like it, but I didn't care. And then a few months before I went to the private school, my dad passed away in his sleep. Unexpectedly, we weren't expecting it at all, and he just went to bed one night. I can remember as if it was like yesterday. I remember what we had for dinner and everything. We went to go eat dinner. My dad wasn't hungry. Said he was gonna go lay down. And I remember going to bed, and then all of a sudden I just heard my mom crying. And I heard someone talking, and I woke up and saw my mom standing over me, and she told me that my dad passed away. And first I didn't believe her. I just sat there shocked. And then I saw people carrying my dad out of the house into the ambulance, and they said he had died a few hours before they could get there. So there was no chance in reviving him or whatever. So, I knew that I knew it was his time to go, and I wasn't upset with God, and I remember just asking God why he took him and why couldn't he have let him live longer or whatever, but I never really got mad at him, but all that pain I just stored inside. And then eventually, like I said, I got my GED and everything, and I made good friends with a guy in the school named Chris. Most of you know him now. He was basically the only friend I really had, and he helped me out, and he anytime I was sad, he would cheer me up or whatever. And his brother, Corey, went to school in Southeastern, went to this technical school. And I would talk to him every now and then. And he told me about this girl that had lost her mom to cancer. And he said, would you be willing to talk to her? Because you know what it's like to lose a parent. So at first I was like, well, I don't know, because I don't do good with girls. And he was like, well, just talk to her. You don't have to like be her friend or anything. Just talk to her. So I talked to her, and we became friends, and I felt like asking her out on a date or whatever, but at first I was scared because I had told myself that I would grow old alone, I wouldn't get married, and I wouldn't have kids because of what happened to me. The doctor said I would never be able to have kids. So first I was just like, well, I'll just be her friend. So we talked for like a few months. Finally I asked her out on a date, and we dated for a year, and then on Valentine's Day, I took her to the park and out where we live. There was snow on the ground and everything, so it was kind of odd to bring her to a park during snow, but I was like, oh well. And I told her, I was like, yeah, we're gonna eat some good food. Went to McDonald's, got a few hamburgers and fries, and we went to the park, and she was cold, and I said, hold on, I'll get you a blanket. I went to my car, pulled out a blanket, came back, and I had written a poem for her, basically asking her to marry me, and she accepted, obviously. And me and Shannon got married on September 10th, 2005, right? Okay.
You'll be asking that question for the rest of your life.
And first Shannon got pregnant, and it was a miscarriage, and I started to blame it on myself, because I was like, well, it's my fault because I got burned and everything, and that's probably why the child died. And the doctor said that it was because Shannon's blood is Rh negative and it killed the cells and all that stuff. So Shannon got a shot for it, and 2 months later, we found out that Shannon was pregnant again. And then on